Good evening, teachers and principals, those who are present over here. I'd like to give warm welcome to you all on behalf of Pandiputra Sahodaya, Dr. Rajiv Ranjan, and other executive members. So, all-hearted welcome to you all to this today's session on a topic called Teachers as Learners. When we think about this topic in this evening, this beautiful evening, we understand that teachers should be a learner. Teachers should be a learner. Then what we have learned during our academic studies, and we think, my studies are finished as I have completed my educational qualifications, maybe graduation or post graduation, even PhD. I have completed my studies or learning. No, that's a first phase of learning. That's a first phase of learning. The knowledge which we have learned from the textbooks. That's called a first phase. And I personally give a definition for teachers. If suppose somebody asks who is a teacher, I would give a definition that the best learners are teachers. The best learners are teachers. Then we ask what we meant by learning. Whatever the things we expect from a student. We go to the class every day. Unfortunately, the schools are closed in almost all these districts in Bihar due to the hot weather. Even Patna, it's extended to 24th, and other districts also is extended to 24th of this month, and expected to expected to open maybe from next Monday onwards, not the coming Monday, next Monday onwards. But as a teacher, when we go to the class, we have expectation from students. What is our expectation? I have taught a particular topic or an exercise or a chapter on last class, and when I go to the class today, my children should learn and come. When I am going to start a topic on next period, I expect that my students should learn and come a new topic which I am going to teach. Homeworks, whatever I give, that should be completed by my students. These are the common expectations that every teacher has. Every teacher has. No teacher is out of these expectations. If suppose we leave these expectations, then of course there won't be any thrill in our service. It's not a profession, ours is service. There's no thrill in our service. So these expectations, that what we expect from students, those should be fulfilled in our lives first. हम लोग हमेशा चाहते हैं मेरा स्टूडेंट्स करे, ठीक है, मैं थोड़ा से शॉर्टकट लेके चलता हूँ. जैसे कि मेरा लेसन में शायद लेसन प्लानिंग में नहीं बनाता हूँ और क्लास पर टाइम पर मैं नहीं जाता हूँ. तो ये सोचते हैं कि ठीक है, अभी बेल हो गया, 1 मिनट 2 मिनट लेट होने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है. और ये भी सोचते हैं कि आज कुछ नहीं किया तो कल करेंगे, कल नहीं तो परसों करेंगे. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, पोस्टपोन करते जाते हैं. This nature that I have, surely that will go to students' life. Surely it will be. For example, take a stone. Take a stone and just put in a jasmine, on top of jasmine flower. Just a stone, and take out the stone after 5 to 10 minutes. The stone will have the smell of jasmine. Suppose we take the stone and put somewhere else, that particular place smell will be here in the stone. So what I like to convey, as the teachers are, the students will just follow. So if we are a good learner, if we are good learners, then the students also will be the learners. Therefore, this topic has been selected. See, there are some, symptoms, we can say. There are some signs, we can say, that every student has. Every student has. Therefore, it's written, how a child should be, how a student should be, how it should be. Perseverance of crow. It is written, Kagacheshta behudhyanam, Swan Nidra Tadaivacha, Alpahari, Grihatyagi, Vidyarthi, Panjalakshanam. These are the 5 signs of a student. Kagacheshta, perseverance of a crow. How a crow is keen enough. Or Bahudhyanam, concentration of a swan. It sits near the pond and is very keen how it can pick up the fish. Light sleeper like a dog. We know how the dog sleeps. Light eater. Sometimes we leave to eat or we eat to live. There's a difference in both. I'm ready to stay away from home. One who follows this. And the last statement, 5th statement, ready to stay away from home. It is not that the physical or we cannot stay away from home means it is not like Siddhartha left home and became like Buddha. So everybody has to leave my own house and go like sannyasi as Buddha did. Not expecting like that. Here the home is physical, attachment, we can say. Physical attachment. I am attached with the physical world rather than the spiritual world. I am attached with the physical world rather than or giving more importance than my, other adharmic, activities, spiritual activities. That I should be taken care of. This is what is meant, when I am a teacher, when I am a student, when I am having some kind of responsibilities, I should have given preference to that. Even a teacher, as I am a teacher, what is my first preference? What is my first preference? My first preference is my family, my society, or my school. What is my first preference? My family is my first preference, or my school is my first preference, or my society is first preference, or my possessions are first preference. If I give preference to my school, I am success. As a teacher, my first preference, school. Then comes family or society, or my possessions. But sometimes we, with knowledge or without knowledge, we just avoid school. It's a fact. It's a fact. Okay. For example, we just send a message to principal or I make a call to principal and say, sir or ma'am, due to this reason, I am unable to come to the school. I am unable to come to the school. Do we do the same thing to our family members? No. I am in the school for today for my function entire night. So I will not be able to come home today. There may be, of course, there will be exceptions. Everywhere there will be exceptions. There may be a few teachers, couple of teachers may find. Else, normally we don't. Okay, so preference matters. Why I said this preference? If I give preference for my school, there will be a point of learning. There will be a point of learning. So when we see a teacher as a learner, the first word is teacher. A teacher, also called a school teacher or in some context an educator, is a person who helps students to acquire knowledge or competency or virtue. I am helping a student. I am helping a student for three things. What? Knowledge, competency, and virtue. When I am helping someone to do something, for example, somebody came to me saying, I am thirsty. I feel thirst. I should have a glass of water, else I will not be able to fulfill his thirst. I will not be able to satisfy. I should have water. If I am not able to acquire knowledge, if I don't have competency within me, if I do not have virtues in me, what I'm going to share? What I'm going to share? क्या हम लोग कुछ दे पाएंगे? I don't think so. I don't think so. First, I should acquire knowledge. I should acquire knowledge. I should, have that spirit of competency. I should have the values of virtues. Should have, else I won't be able to give. A great teachers form strong relation with their students and show that they care about them as people. Great teachers are warm, accessible, enthusiastic, and caring. Teachers with these qualities are known to stay after school and make themselves available to students and parents who need them. For example, students, a child wants to speak to you personally. A parent wants to speak to you personally. Can the parents come and meet you during the school hours? It is not possible. Maybe 11 o'clock you have class and the parents came to meet you at 11 o'clock. Even though we make a mutual understanding, there can be mismatch. For example, you have 11:30 leisure period and you are given a consent to your parent that you come at 11:30. You may get substitution on that day. Possible. Or parent may be caught up in traffic. Possible. Even though both of you met 11:30, your discussion took place more than 30-35 minutes. You will be late to go to class. And not only that, one more important thing, in between the school hours, teachers should not be disturbed. Even we, as a teachers or as a principal, we look into that. Suppose we need to give any remarks to the teachers, we make sure that we give the remarks after the school hours, not in the morning or not during school hours. Some days can have a healthy discussions, otherwise we call the teachers during the school hours in order to appreciate you have done this. Once a person appreciates, and when I go to the class I got appreciation, and when to the class I will have a positive energy. Suppose I get a negative remarks, for example, parent came to you and said, see my child's copy, this is not maintained, that is not maintained, this subject is not maintained, and बहुत सारा complaints आपको बताते जाएंगे और आपका our mentality will be full of complaints. और हम लोग जब क्लास में जाएंगे we will not be fully free, we will be disturbed. So it is better to meet after the school. In every school there are some students, those who are very weak in studies, blooming students. Blooming students. Blooming students cannot be bloomed or cannot be uplifted with all. They need special care. Special care they need. So what we can do, we can inform the parents, make a team. For example, I am teaching in a 6th year social science. So when I am seeing 6th year social science, there are few students, those who are weak in social science. Make a 5-6 students group, those are very weak. And inform the parents, I like to give you 1 hour special class in the school itself. Don't take fee for that. Don't take fee for that. We are charitable people. School pays for us. So, call the students, inform the parents, and make them to sit and teach them, give special care for. Therefore, I said teachers, those who care, those who care, expectations are fulfilled. I have a dream that I should become something. Who can fulfill my dreams? My teachers. My children, those who are sitting in the class, are having expectations. I can fulfill. So this availability is needed. Is needed. Now, when I sit with my parent, when I sit with my children, I learn something. What do I learn? I something students' nature. For example, you found a child who is very calm and quiet, who does not answer, who does not complete the questions, who does not respond to you. You talk to the parent, keep with you 3 4 days, try to have no strong relationship, intimacy, a healthy intimacy. The child will start speaking with you. When the child starts speaking with you, there a learning starts. What learning starts? What is the psychology of this child? How can I deal this child? What are the decay in this child? What are the space that I can improve in this child? A learning starts and I implement. When I talk to the parent, there is also we get a kind of learning. पेरेंट्स हमको लोगों को बताते हैं कि बच्चे इतना बजे उठते हैं, बच्चे मोबाइल में खेलते हैं, समय पर खाना नहीं खाते हैं, टाइम पर सोते नहीं है. You know, there are many informations that we get from parents, a learning we get, information that we get from students. So we cannot neglect these things. It is not that teachers as learners does not mean spend 24 into 7 in library. Does not mean whenever I get free time, open the textbook and study. I do not mean that whenever teacher get a time that open the book and keep on studying. No. Teachers as learners does not mean a physical book is there in the hand. I am spending my time always with the textbooks or reference books. No. No. A teacher is the one who learns from everything. Everything. When I see a movie Tare Zameen Par, I should understand the specially needful students. When I see Dangal, I should understand how can I uplift the girl child. When I see a movie called Waqt, there I should learn how can the child understand the opportunities and importance of time. So everything, even media, maybe movies, even cricket match, everywhere, I should have a concept that I am learning something. For example, we saw the 2025 cricket match. I do it in the class. I take these, very nearby, incidents. When 2020 cricket match finished, and when I went to the class next day, I prepared myself to say something about. I told children, it was expected that Chennai Super Kings might have failed. They might have lost. But the last moment changed. So life is something like this. Don't be disappointed. Don't be over happy. It can change. The duties of a teacher can include teaching students based on national curriculum guidelines within your specialist subject area. For example, when I ask about everybody, how many of us read NCF 2005? NCF 2022, first stage is out. First phase is out. Next phase has to come up. So let me ask you that how many of us read NCF 2005? Why I have asked? Because NCF 2005 clearly explains about each and every subject in a keen observation. What is the importance of each subject? What is the importance of teaching this subject in the class? What is the vital role of this subject in the life of students? Everything is clear about. If we have not read it, I would suggest you please do read it. It may be today or coming days. Please do read it. understand. I am going to a class, and if I am not having idea what the curriculum is, see, there are many chapters in social science has been revised by CBSE. Rather, in almost all subjects, there is a kind of changes took place. Maybe kind of addition. For example, plus one, plus two. In almost all subjects, addition had happened than the last year, right? During lockdown, it was cut down few chapters. Now it has been addition, and now I am going to class, and I do not have any idea whether it has been added or removed. And I have idea about 2022 syllabus, right? Last year's syllabus. And I just skip the chapters and go. And the students may think teacher might teach later. The time lost. So we should have idea about our curriculum, about the student psychology, about my society, as well as the nearly incidents. Incidents does not mean in negative sense, incidents of positive sense. I should have those ideas. I should update myself. Suppose when the recently one accident took place in Odisha. How do I generate or how do I, communicate this incident to students rather than a news? This incident has got a philosophy in it. Odisha incident has got philosophy in it. Odisha incident has got physics in it. It has got a language, communication. There's a communication gap. Physics in it. Velocity can be, mass can be, speed can be. It is there. Mathematics is, calculation was wrong. Calculation was wrong. Right? And the communication can be, social aspects can be. When the people met accident, the people, those who gathered in Odisha in order to help them. Means a incident which took place in Odisha, it has got information of all subjects. Of all subjects. We may not understand sometimes. We just see, okay, it is just a news. It's just a news. Then we skip out. What is in it? No, it has got a lot of things to teach us. Lot of things to teach. Planning, preparing, and delivering lessons. Next point in it. Planning, preparing, and delivering lessons. I am not planning myself. I am not preparing myself, and I am not able to deliver myself. If I am not able to plan and prepare myself, I am 100% sure that I will not be able to deliver at all. Right? Suppose I am going to class and the students ask, sir, what do you mean by electrostatistics? Okay, chapter in plus 2. Electrostatistics. How do you summarize electrostatistics? I have not planned, I did not plan about the chapter. Just I went to the class. We just kill the time of students by beating around the bush. So here we say providing educational and social guidance to students and or signposting them to specialist area of advice who need it. When somebody needs, we have to provide it. It's not a duty. Even though I have written a word a duty, just erase it from the mind. It's a responsibility of a teacher. It's a responsibility of a teacher. When I become a teacher, I'm taking an oath myself. What is the oath I'm taking as a teacher? I take care of my students as my children. I love my children more than anybody. I serve for the society. My everything I give for my children alone. I take an oath. It's a responsibility. It's a responsibility. Whatever things I have to do for them, I have to do it. I have to do it. There's no substitution for it. There is no substitution for it. Effective communication is a critical asset to acquire in both professional and intimate means environments, listening skill, friendly attitude, patience, strong work ethics, organizational skill, preparation, discipline skill. How do I get these qualities? It is written, qualities of a good teacher. These are the qualities of a good teacher. How can I acquire it? How can I acquire it? It is not that sit in the church, mosque, or temple and pray, oh my God, give me the patience. Oh my God, frequently, give me attitude. Oh my God, give me work attitude. No, okay, we can pray. We can pray. But ultimately, we have to make it practical. We can look into someone who has made it practical. Living examples gives us more inspiration motive than the just mere theories. Just mere theories. Therefore, in any one of the religions we see, not only the scriptures, not only the scriptures, not only Bible, not only Gita, not only Quran, not only Mahabharata, the divinity, divine personality has come to the earth. We have to learn it. The divine personality has come to the earth and lived and showed. God is not a theory, it's a practical. Like Jesus Christ has come to the world and he lived his 33 years and showed to the entire people that a human can live like this. Ram, he lived and showed how a perfect person can be. Therefore, what we call Ram, different synonyms in speaking, Maryada Raman, right? So lot many we give synonyms. See Muhammad, Nabi, Buddha, Jain, they came to world and lived and showed. Now I have to learn myself. I have to learn myself that how can I be a qualitative role model and living example for my children. That's a learning that we have to do. When I teach in the class, the students should learn the teacher has prepared and came to the class. He has a planning. It is not the after 35 minutes when the bell is rung, still I am prolonging my class for 5 to 10 minutes. Right? And another teacher is waiting outside of the class. So whenever we go to the class, we have a wristwatch. We prepare. Today I have 35 minutes period. So out of 35 minutes, 25 minutes I will teach. 5 minutes for first revision, 5 minutes for the last revision. 25 minutes. Keep watch. Complete it in time. A preparation. I will start from this line and I will start till here, and I'm not confused of the page number, paragraph and the line which I have taught in the last class. It is not that I go to the class and ask to the students, dear students, where did I stop last year? Okay, we can ask in order to understand from students, but this question should not be that I have to understand where I have stopped last class. No, that's supposed not to. I should have. When I complete a chapter, I'm telling a speciality of a learning. When I complete a chapter, ask the students to close the books and reflect on the chapter. Ask them to open. And I also should close the textbook. Ask them to open the textbook, read the textbook, and ask them to ask questions. When children ask doubts and questions, I should not open the textbook. I should be able to tell them, open page number this, paragraph number this, answer is available there, and tell the summary of the paragraph as answer. This is called, learning. When I teach in the class, first, I should memorize, I should learn, I should make it practical myself. Then the students will learn. I complete 1 year of academic session, and when I get a question paper of grade 10 of board examination, when I get the question paper of grade +2 of board examination, am I able to solve those question papers perfectly with a 100% mark? Or I would say, oh, I forgot about the chapter, I missed out. I'm teaching many sections. I'm teaching 10th class, +1, +2, 9th class, 8th class. How do I remember these chapters? How do I remember these chapters? At the same time, students also will have an excuse saying that I do study many subjects, then how can I remember? I do study many subjects, then how can I remember? This should be. If I teach a topic in the class, I should never forget that topic in my life. I should never forget that topic in my life. It should be, crystal clear in my mind. It should be tip of my tongue. That's what, learning. Then all these attitudes, it will come automatically. Who provide? Teachers. Provide the power of education. Knowledge and education are the basis for all things that can be accomplished in life. Here also, first I accomplish in my life, then I proceed to another. Teachers provide the power of education to today's youth, thereby giving them the possibility for a better future. Teachers simplify the complex and make abstract concepts accessible to students. How can I make, nutshell? I remember a story said by one of my teachers. Once a king heard in his country that a pandit, a scholar has come to his country. A scholar in the sense he knows everything. He knows everything. Whatever things you ask, answer is ready. Tip of his tongue. So the king called the scholar in his palace. He was sitting, all ministers, other scholars, sannyasis, all were sitting. And the king asked to the person, I heard that you are a scholar in all subjects, all knowledge, everything you know. I would like to ask you one thing. Tell me the importance of, tell me the summary of Mahabharata and Ramayana. Tell me the summary of Mahabharata and Ramayana. And there is not much time. He told this also. I will take a lemon. I'll put the lemon on top. The moment the lemon comes to my hand, I should get, within those duration, I should get the answer. Within fraction of seconds, summary of Mahabharata and Ramayana. He said, fight for property and girl. Fight for property and girl. Ramayana, there was a fight for girl, right? Mahabharata, there's a fight for property. This is called as summarize. Sometimes teachers say that, sir, how can I complete these many chapters? How can I complete these many chapters? 1 month summer vacation, around now you see the summer vacation has been extended. So it's maybe 1 month and maybe 15 days, winter vacation, and another 15 days, maybe Chhat, Durga Puja, Diwali, flood, these, that, another 15 days goes 1 month, and 52 Sundays we have 150 days there over around 120 days over there. Last we get 120 days in that school functions, school PTM, examination, 160 days we get. How can I complete my syllabus within 160 days? I am rushing. PT1 is nearby. Now half yearly is nearby. Annual exam is nearby. How can I complete? Simple. If I learn perfectly, I can teach very easily. If I learn perfectly, I can teach in an easy way. If I cannot teach in an easy way, that means I have not learned. When students say, sir, we are not able to understand, it's not the fault of students. I am not able to make the students understand as per their level. So, that has to be seen. Therefore, it is teachers simplify the complex and make abstract concept accessible to students. If I'm not able to access something, I have complained always. So I should learn how can I access, how can I make the students access my concepts or the things whatever I teach. Here we look at the skills you need to be a teacher, trainer, or tutor. One, communication. A huge part of teaching is a communicating information. I learned everything. I am a gold medal in my university. I have completed my B.Ed, M.Ed. There also I got excellent marks and excellent rank. I have good knowledge about how do I share, how do I communicate that knowledge to my children. How do I communicate this knowledge to children? I prepared a beautiful dish. Made a beautiful banquet. I called a few guests and beautiful tasty food I prepared. And I went to the guest and I just stood up straight and just serving without respect. Do you think the guest would eat this food? I don't think. I don't think. This is what serving of knowledge too. Serving of knowledge too. How do I communicate with the students? Am I having arrogance in my classroom? When I go to the class, I should learn one thing. Don't show arrogancy to the students. Should not have complex as a subject teacher. Should not have complex. Maybe not as complex. As a class teacher, we may have to be little bit, serious face. Or as a principal, we may have little bit serious face. Maybe. But when I go to the class as a subject teacher to teach the students, I should not have any other negative attitude. There I am going in order to help the child. In order to help the child. And children are looking forward from us what? Creativity. Every teacher teaches. What is my identification? My creativity is my identification. My creativity is my identification. If I'm not creative myself, then I will not have my own identity. Everybody teaches the poem Wrote Not Taken. Everybody teaches the poem Jhansi Ki Rani. Everybody teaches the formulas of mathematics. Everybody teaches the concepts and definitions of science. Everybody teaches the Russian Revolution. What is my method? What is my creativity to teach that topic and make the students understand in better way? There I have to learn maybe. I have to read a lot of reference book. I have to see maybe some videos. I have to maybe prepare some chart papers. I have to prepare maybe a PPT. I have to make ready-made some PDFs. So many things. And what enthusiasm that I have towards. How do I be confidence, dedication, conflict resolution, and organization? If I can dedicate myself, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Next one, the next word, learning. The activity or process of gaining knowledge or skill by studying, practicing, being taught, or experiencing something. The activity of someone who learns knowledge or skill gained from learning. So, when I go to class, it may come to my mind, am I a good learner? If I think I am a good learner, my students will be a good learner. My students will be a good learner. If I know the syllabus well. If I know the syllabus well, then my children also will have exact knowledge. I have started the session 2023-24, right? I have started the session 2023-24. Now, let me ask you one thing. If I ask you to write down all chapters in sequence wherever you teach and a short summary of each chapter, or the main definitions or main formulas of each chapter, how many of us will be able to write down? How many of us will be able to write down without mistakes? Name of the textbook, how many pages are there, how many chapters are there, each page consists of how many chapters, I mean each chapter consists of how many pages. How can I say all these things? I can say, if suppose I learn, if I have interest, if I have learning attitude, if I have learning attitude. So the importance of learning is that it helps the individual to acquire the necessary skill through learning and knowledge, so that the, he can achieve his set goal or her goal. An important fact about learning is that it is a means to improve knowledge and gain skill that will help in reaching specific goals. I have a goal that I have to complete my syllabus. I have a goal that students should understand. I have a goal that I should complete this, within the particular time. All these goals or any goals related to academics will be fulfilled if I learn. How to have a 4 learning methods. All are not having same method of learning. I may understand the class well. I may be gifted, talented child. May not be as same as me all, or I may not be same as others. Sometimes visual may have a high effect on me. Auditory can be, aesthetic can be, or reading or writing can be. Some children say, "Sir, I'm studying n number of times, but I'm unable to understand. I'm unable to understand." Those children, let them write and let them write and they will not have problems. Sometimes when we go to the class, let us have a writings, short notes, short notes. It may be through a book you can keep, cut a A4 size paper into 4, take a A4 size paper, cut into 4 and write the short notes, use the short notes. These things can be. And for example, let me tell you another technique, students of science and maths, especially maths, students, they fail. Not many students fail in mathematics. Teachers, we don't teach the students how to make questions. In math, suppose we need to learn mathematics in a better way, teach the students to prepare questions. Even mathematics exams we have seen, same questions from the same digits we copy from textbook and put in the question paper. Right? And students, if they by hearted, they may learn. If they are not by hearted, they may not learn. So we should have that kind of approach. So the purpose of learning is about learners being prepared for the future and reaching their fullest potential as lifelong learners. Establishing a clear purpose for learning encourages a desire in increase a deeper understanding of that purpose. Modern society demands high quality teaching and learning from teachers. If I have ICT, information and communication technology, if I can operate computer, if I can operate smart boards, if I can teach through PPT, if I can make videos, these things gives better understanding for the students, and it gives new thought in our mind, new things comes to the students mind. Yesterday we have watched a video, today what video I'm going to watch, today what PPT I'm going to see, today what new point I'm going to see. So each learner is a continuous process that promote teachers teaching skill, master new knowledge, develop new proficiency, which in turn help improve students learning. So effective professional development enables educators to develop the knowledge and skills they need to address students' learning challenges. Professional development is not effective unless it causes teachers to improve the instruction or cause administrators to become better school leaders. Every teacher is a leader. Every teacher's communication should reach into the, not only to the mind, it should reach into the heart. So teachers' understanding of the nature and purpose of the discipline strongly influences their personal pedagogical content knowledge. Therefore, what they highlight as important. This means that teachers need to have a sense of what the nature of the discipline is, understanding its organizing concepts as well as its tool, what tool I am using, that I should be well aware about. Professional development. Professional development generally refers to ongoing learning. It is not I learned and completed. It's an ongoing process. Today I learned and I'm living it. No. Tomorrow's class, even though I taught the same chapter last year, I should learn that same chapter for tomorrow also. Sometimes we think I taught last year, I have been teaching last 15 years. I know. No, don't. Please do learn. Even 5 minutes, then 5 minutes. Please do learn. The importance of professional development for educators. Students have better learning outcomes. Teachers learn better ways to teach. Teachers develop better organization and planning skills. Teacher gain knowledge, industry, insight. Teachers want to continue their education. Now, I got a job. Teaching is also a job, even though it's a perfect service. Teaching is a perfect service, still it's a job. So when I got job, did I stop my learning? Did I stop acquiring, new, new qualifications? I am MA B.Ed. I am PhD M.Ed. It's over. Why can't I keep learning? Maybe a certificate course, maybe a diploma course, maybe another post graduation. Keep learning. Don't stop. Skills are the most specific instructional behaviors. These include such techniques as questioning, discussing, directing, giving example, giving direction, giving, explaining, and demonstrating. They also include such actions as planning, structuring, focusing, and managing. How do I manage myself? The effective teacher is a coach or a guide who helps students to improve on their skills and insights. This child has got this skill. How can I make this child's that skill in a better way? Understand the insights by neither letting them flounder nor prematurely offering assistance. The effective teacher enables students to own their own success and learn from their mistakes. I also made a mistake. Students also do mistake. So we should learn from our mistake. Every mistakes are the new teaching stones. Teachers who are skilled at communication, classroom management, and appreciate discipline techniques create a positive learning environment. Although being well versed in your subject areas is important, being able to communicate necessary skills and concepts in way students can understand is crucial. I may explain, I may be completed my syllabus and students may not have understood. What's the use of it? No use. So, effective teacher learning and professional development is important for student achievement. If I can learn perfectly and I can give a better output to the students or input to the students' achievement will be high. Teacher is a learning It's a continuous process that promote teachers' teaching skill, master new knowledge, develop new proficiency, with in turn help improve students' learning. When students, I am going to class to teach social science and I'm not okay in history since I have postgraduate in politics. When I'm going to teach science and I'm teaching chemistry and I'm not postgraduate in MSc chemistry, or I am going to teach, language. I am good in prose and I am not good in language. When I'm teaching computer, I am good in practical and I'm not good in theory. Will it help the students? No, never. So I have to have that proficiency to improve the students' learning. I cannot say I am not masters in physics. Then how can I teach science? And I got science, so let me complete somehow. No, I should learn. When CBSE tells that science should be taught up to 10th class, a teacher who has done biology, zoology, botany, physics, chemistry, no matter, the teacher is eligible to teach science up to class 10. What does it mean? I should have understanding power. I should learn and I should teach the students. That I should keep in mind. And teachers want to continue their education always. Every day, how many of us keep 1 hour time for learning purpose? I may keep maybe half an hour time for Facebook, half an hour time for my Instagram, maybe 1 hour time for my reels making, maybe half an hour time for my WhatsApp. All this time we keep. But how many of us keep minimum half an hour, 1 hour time to read a textbook? Maybe through e-books also. It can be e-books. How many of us? Personal development gives them an opportunity to set up their routine. They get to be the student instead of a teacher. This keeps educators engaged because they feel like they are receiving the professional help. They need to be better teachers. Professionally, we need to be better, or better professionals, better teachers. Strengthen your tech skills. What is tech skills? Means technical skill. Sometimes I have seen the teachers go to the class and ask, who knows to operate smart board? Because I do not know. And sometimes teachers go to other teachers and ask, can you please help me to prepare PPT? Can you please prepare me to, help me to prepare video? Can you please help me to do this, that? We are living in a techno-savvy society. Remember the word. We are living in a techno-savvy society. If I am not going ahead, others will push me out, will throw me out. I will never be anywhere. I'll be thrown out of the era. I'll be thrown out of the century. I don't know anyone who does not have some room for growth with technology. Brush up on your pedagogy. Improve your classroom management. Get more politically active. Adjust your mindset that I am in this class. For example, I am teaching in third class. Understand and mindset according to third class. If I go to eighth class, understand students concept to the smallest of the smallest class students. There comes success. Fresh up your slide presentation. Take the first step towards national board certification. Get organized. Suppose it is organized. Then, so one thing as a teacher, as a learner, I should remind, make the best of every second. The second that lost last moment, it's lost. It will never come back. every minute, every day, that will never come back. The last 25 years that I lost, it will never come back. The last 30, 40, 50 years that lost, it will never come back. When I think about back, I should not be disappointed, thinking that I lost my life. I lost something. I could have something in a better way. I could have done something in a better way. I could have been a better learner. After completion of class, students should not have a thought the teacher does not know anything. I should not reflect myself. I could not answer myself. Therefore, dear teachers, when we think about teachers as learners, don't waste a single second, minute, a day. Don't waste at all. Be sure that what I am. I try to be a best learner. As I said first, teachers is equal to a definition for teacher. Teacher is the best learner in the world. Teacher is the best learner in the world. With this, I wish all the best to all everybody, and I thank everybody on behalf of Parliputra Sahodaya or Dr. Rajiv sir, all executive members. I thank everybody for being the part of this workshop. Thank you very much, and have a good day ahead. Thank you.